where we dive deep into the world of two-wheeled rebels that turn heads and twist throttles. If you're craving a cruiser that blends old-school bobber soul with modern muscle, without the hefty price tag of a full-on tourer, buckle up because today we're unleashing the 2026 Honda Rebel 850. Honda's slotted this mid-size bad boy right between the punchy 500 and the beastly 1100, giving riders that sweet spot of power and poise. I've been following the hype since the first spy shots leaked, and now with full deets dropped, it's time to dissect every inch. The stripped-down exterior that's pure eye candy, the cockpit ergonomics that make miles melt away, the performance torque that hooks you from the first twist, and of course, the pricing that could make it your next impulse buy. If you're plotting your next garage edition, smash that like button, subscribe for more raw reviews, and let's roll into this one. Imagine cruising into a sunset-lined boulevard, the 2026 Rebel 850 slicing through with that effortless, low-slung swagger that screams custom without the custom shop bill. Honda nailed the exterior by evolving the Rebel's iconic bobber blueprint into something sharper and more aggressive for 2026, keeping the minimalist vibe while adding subtle flair that begs for personalization. The frame's a lightweight steel skeleton, diamond-shaped for rock-solid stability, clocking in at a svelte 475 pounds wet, light enough to flick through urban canyons but planted for highway hauls. That peanut-style fuel tank? It's bunked to 3.6 gallons for those stretch-out rides, with a teardrop contour that flows seamlessly into the sculpted solo seat, creating this muscular, elongated silhouette that's equal parts retro-cool and forward-leaning menace. Up front, the round LED headlight isn't just a nod to classics. It's a piercing DRL setup with integrated turn signals that glows like a lowrider's halo, flanked by brushed aluminum accents on the fork lowers for that premium tactile pop. The fenders are chopped short and flared just right to hug those chunky Dunlop tires, 130/90-16 front and 150/80-16 rear, gripped onto cast alloy wheels that sparkle under blacked-out treatment, from the engine guards to the upswept exhaust tips. Speaking of the pipe, it's a stainless steel dual setup tucked high for heat management, rumbling with a throaty baritone that's deeper than the 500's growl but never overwhelming. Color pops this year. Honda's dishing matte black for stealth mode, metallic silver for subtle shine, deep crimson red that bleeds passion, and pearl blue that shifts like ocean waves, each one laser-etched with Rebel badges that pop against the matte finishes. The tail's cleaned up too. A slim LED taillight integrated into the fender, with optional passenger pegs that fold away for that solo flyer look. No gimmicky fairings or excess chrome here, it's all purposeful lines, from the wider pullback handlebars to the bobbed rear that keeps ground clearance at a cruiser-friendly 5.1 inches. This exterior isn't just skin-deep, it's built tough with corrosion-resistant coatings for salty beach runs or rainy commutes, turning every glance into a double-take and every ride into a statement. Easing onto the Rebel 850 feels like sinking into a leather armchair that's been tuned for the open road, comfortable, commanding, and craving distance. Honda poured serious thought into the ergonomics for 2026, refining the rider triangle to suit everyone from fresh license holders to grizzled mile munchers, making it a true all-day cruiser without the bob. Seat height dips to a confidence-boosting 27.5 inches, letting most folks flat-foot at lights while the sculpted foam, thicker and more contoured than last gen, cradles your hips and thighs, distributing weight to kill hot spots on those 300-mile jaunts. The bars are wider and pulled back with a slight rise, promoting a relaxed pull on your shoulders, while the forward mid-mount pegs stretch your legs just enough for that laid-back lounge without numbness creeping in. Controls are intuitive silk, a light-action hydraulic clutch with assist for effortless stops in traffic, and a throttle that rolls on progressively, thanks to the ride-by-wire setup. The dash steals the show, a crisp 5-inch TFT screen that's fully digital and customizable, spitting out speedo, touch, gear indicator, fuel gauge, and even Bluetooth-paired NAV with turn-by-turn vibes, all glanceable without squinting. Backlighting adjusts auto for dusk patrols, and there's a USB-C port tucked under the seat for phone top-ups mid-ride. Mirrors are convex and vibration-damped, staying crystal at 70 miles per hour, and the switchgear's backlit for night ops, with thumb wheels for mode tweaks on the fly. Wind buffeting. Minimal up top, but an optional low-rise screen slots in easy if you're chasing horizons. Passenger-wise, the Pillion's got a padded perch with grab rails that don't intrude on solo space, and the whole setup vibes neutral. Stand it up for a quick urban dart or lean in for sweeps. It's not overloaded with gadgets like a gold wing, but the thoughtful touches, from the lockable tank bag mount to the easy access tool kit, make maintenance a breeze. This cockpit whispers, "Ride me forever," whether you're solo strolling boulevards or two up on back roads. Buckle up, because the performance on this 2026 Rebel 850 is where Honda's engineering flexes hard, delivering that cruiser torque surge without the drama of a superbike. Heart of the beast is a brand new liquid-cooled 850 cubic centimeters parallel twin DOHC mill that's air-cooled in spirit but tech-loaded for the now, fuel-injected with 38mm throttle bodies for razor-sharp response across the revs. Crank out 78 horses at 7,500 RPM and a fat 72 lb-ft of torque peaking at 4,500 RPM, giving you low-end grunt to loaf at 55 in top gear or mid-range shove to slingshot past semis without downshifting. Top end, a governed 115 miles per hour that'll eat interstates, paired with a slick 6-speed box and slipper clutch that smooths rev matching for heel-toe pros. Optional DCT. Game changer for traffic jams, auto shifting with paddle overrides for when you want to row it yourself. Fuel sipping stellar at 55 to 60 miles per gallon mixed, stretching that tank to 200 plus miles per fill-up, with eco mode tweaking injection for efficiency on cruises. Suspensions dialed, a 41mm telescopic fork up front with 4.7 inches of plush travel, soaking potholes while keeping dive in check, and twin rear shocks. Preload adjustable, with 3.7 inches of progressive damping for that planted feel in corners. Geometry's Cruiser Classic with a 58.7-inch wheelbase and 28-degree rake, but the low CG lets you carve sweepers at lean angles that surprise for the class, hugging apexes like it's on rails. Brakes bite confident, a 310mm front pedal disc with twin-piston caliper hauls from triple digits to standstill sans fuss, backed by a 240mm rear and switchable dual-channel ABS that senses rain-slick streets and dials back intrusion. Traction control via HSTC intervenes smooth in wet leaves, and 4 ride modes, standard, sport, rain, custom, let you tailor throttle maps and ABS bite. Vibration, hushed at highway drone thanks to twin balancers, with just enough buzz to remind you're alive. Off the line, it's tractable for newbies, twist harder, and it pulls like a rubber band, blending cruiser chill with enough pep to gap sport bikes at lights. Reliability? Honda's gold standard, with a 12k-mile service interval and chain that's lubed easy. This ain't just transport, it's addictive thrust wrapped in reliability. And now, the wallet check. Honda's pricing the 2026 Rebel 850 to undercut rivals while packing premium punch, with base MSRP at $9,999 for the manual. That's entry-level cruiser cash for mid-size muscle, undercutting the Indian Scout by $1,000 and the Triumph Bonneville by $2,000. ABS is standard, no upcharge, and the DCT